Let's talk about how to put the wow in right now. And let's do that backwards. We're going to talk about now, the wow, and then we'll get to the how. We have been bombarded in the last 18 months with all kinds of negative messaging, whether it's headlines or the media, all of these statistics that we listen to on the radio. It can really bring you down. You know, we're living in one of the most challenging times in history. In fact, the IMF came out about 6 weeks ago and said it's by far the deepest recession since the Depression. So we really have to work extra hard to combat that in our daily lives. We have to do it personally and we have to do it professionally. So let's talk about that a little bit more in depth. So let's talk about what can be some of the risks right now as being financial advisors. Some of the risks are if we believe that no one has any money or assets right now. Another risk is believing that people still don't have dreams that they want to make come true. It's risky if we think we're helpless when it comes to helping people, because we're not. It's risky if we think we don't have control over our own futures or the futures of our clients, because to some degree we do. And it's risky if we think it's a bad time to invest in our own businesses or for our clients to invest in their businesses. These are some of the myths and risks that we want to overcome right now. Yes, we have all been bombarded with a lot of negative messaging lately. But let's take a look at some of that messaging and see if we can relate to it a little differently. There's a lot of statistics out there, many of which we read and hear about every day, that point to a great deal of opportunity for each one of us. Let's go over a couple of them right now. For example, did you know that 34% of millionaires lack a financial advisor? 24% of affluent clients say they're extremely satisfied with their financial advisor, which is great, but that leaves many affluent clients that are less than satisfied, and that means those financial advisors are vulnerable. They will be replaced sooner or later. More than 2/3 of the affluent are now on social networking sites. That's incredibly important for us to pay attention to, sites like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. Did you know that 70% of women say that they would like to be more knowledgeable about financial management? But those same women, over 60% of them, say that financial companies need to do a better job in reaching out to them and communicating them in a way that they really can appreciate. So you see, there's lots of opportunity out there in the messaging. We just have to be more tuned into it and figure out how it's going to apply to our target markets. Well, now that we've talked about the now factor, let's talk about the wow factor. And the wow factor are some of those things that we can do, little things that we can do that don't have to be expensive, but they can really make a big difference in the experience that we have with our clients. A couple of those things are elevating the experience that we have with our clients in general, and I'm going to give you a few thoughts for how to do that. Just the idea of really excelling at what we do, becoming a specialist and really owning that market. And understanding the value of a top-tier client. We're going to talk about some of those things in the next few minutes. Elevating the experience. A few simple, inexpensive ways you can do that is write handwritten notes often in your week to tell people that you're thinking of them and to give it a personal touch. Think of the 5 senses when you walk around your office. And by that I mean, do you have classical music playing in the lobby? That might be appreciated. It might elevate the experience for some of your clients. Rather than offering somebody a foam or paper cup or even a water bottle, why not offer them a refreshment in a nice piece of crystal or on a plate of china? Really adds to the experience. Also, do you have lifestyle reading materials in your agency lobbies or around your office? So often we go into different offices around the country and we see everything about financial management or life insurance planner on the table. And really, do you think our clients are really interested in that? No, they're interested in aspirational topics right now. Sailing, hiking. You know, they want to live that life, and you need to position yourself as somebody that can help them do that. So have that kind of literature in your lobby. And if you're interested in specific target markets, make sure that's represented in your lobby, whether it's Black Enterprise Magazine or Women Professionals, the Hispanic market, or the boating market. Make sure that your periodicals reflect that. You know, when it comes down to it, it's all about being distinctive. And that's more than being different. To be distinctive, you really need to elevate the experience. So let's spend a minute talking about the value of a top-tier client. And let's try to get beyond the traditional things that we consider as important criteria. Number one, how much premium they have with us and with our companies, their household assets, the worth of their business. Perhaps it's important to us that they have multiple products across different lines. That's all great information, but you know what? That's only half the story of the value they can bring to our business, our careers, our firms. The other things that we don't pay enough attention to are really things like, what is their market involvement? Are they influential in the market? Can they introduce us to a lot of other people that are going to let us go more vertical, more deep in our markets? Do they have the willingness to introduce us to those people? Will they enthusiastically endorse and advocate for our services? Do they have a lot of market expertise? Can we learn things about the market that we can't get online or through surveys with other people? And do they have potential for growth in their businesses as well? So these are a lot of other points that once you start thinking about can really add to the value of that person to your business. So I challenge you to think about your top-tier client, think about some of these things that we've just considered, and then start putting a monetary value to that. For example, if that person was able to introduce you to 5 other persons that match their profile over the year, what would that do for your business? How would that get you deeper in the market? Really important to think about.